was like, no. The only reason why I'm staying in Keene because I have the guitar. It may take me a second to find the right key.
Right, but no, the point of the guitar is actually the obverse there. That just looks like a bad idea.
I'm just gonna tune. Oh, Kalitot.
Is yours Nabima?
Yeah.
On me, yeah.
The fact that I have no idea where Yuval is.
No, I saw him in the care of somebody who I don't know.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Atohu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Tohu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
I really need to be right here, don't I? It is so good to see all of you, and especially all of, I think all of our friends today are furry. A
Do we have
couple of
any
years ago,
scaly friends?
what?
Do we have any scaly friends here?
Well, I'm hoping so, but last time we did, but I don't think I saw any of them this time.
Any feathered friends?
No. Okay. In the tree. Yes, definitely
you go.
feathered friends in the trees,
They're joining voluntarily.
or involuntarily.
That too, yeah.
It is wonderful to see all of you here. Just a reminder as we get started, this is our preschool area. So if your animals need to go to the bathroom, please take them out into the parking lot to do that. And if you need to go to the bathroom or otherwise go
Not the parking lot, please.
or otherwise go inside the building, please leave your furry friends outside. Thank you. I promise I'm not allergic to all of them. I don't think, anyway. We are going to begin our service with the lighting of our Shabbat candles, and I'd like to invite up next week's bat mitzvah, Sophia Schvidler and her parents, Joe and Evie, to light our Shabbat candles. We are on pages 3 and 2 in our Siddur. Very complicated.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generation of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotzav v'tzivanu l'chad l'kner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us in the mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Shalom.
Our prayer there's actually a surprising number of prayers and songs in our liturgy and in the liturgical poetry that incorporates animals. So we're going to sing and offer some of those prayers and songs that include animals, including Yedid Nefesh, which I believe can be found on page 10, the middle of page 10, which encourages us to think of ourselves as like a deer leaping towards Adonai.
נפש וחמם, ידיד נפש וחמם, משוך עבדך, ארץ צאנך, משוך עבדך, יא לה 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 לה, ארץ צאנך. ידיד נפש ידיד נפש וחמן, משוכב לך. ארץ צונך, משוכב לך. יה לה 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 לה, ארץ צונך. ירוץ עבדך כמויה, ישתחווה אליי, יה לה 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 לה, ילך. ירוץ עבדך כמויה, ישתחווה אליי, יה לה 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 לה.
We continue on pages 20 and 21 with Lecha Dodi. I did warn you at the beginning of the Haftarot of Consolation that before Tisha B'Av that we would be switching up the verses periodically if the Haftarah incorporated some of the words from Lecha Dodi. So tonight we'll be doing verses 1, 2, 8, and 9.
You got approval.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל עמך. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
Verse 8.
ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. על ידי פן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת.
Please rise and bow to your spirit. Face whatever direction you want to. The Sabbath bride can come from wherever.
אוי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובסולם. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 Bnei Shabbat, Ekabela, Lecha Dodi Likat Kala, Yalalai, 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 Bnei Shabbat, Ekabela.
Please sit.
Good congregation.
I appreciate that you got that.
And there are cookies on offer.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם.
Amen.
ועלמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו
Amen.
יהי
שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי המיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמד קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירם בעלמה ויאמרו
Amen. So some of you may be wondering why we're celebrating Sophia this Friday night and next Saturday morning. And is she a bat mitzvah yet? And can she lead part of the service? And the answer is yes. Because a bar bat mitzvah, b'mitzvah is not something that it's not a ceremony that you need to go through. It's something that you become one when you turn 13. Sophia, are you 13 yet? Yeah, great. You're a bat mitzvah. Come up and help lead the congregation.
come.
She really likes animals and does not have a pet at home, so this worked out much better for her so that she could get to celebrate and extend the celebration.
Come here.
Yeah, come right in the middle here. But you'll actually take one of our mics. And please rise in body or spirit, page 28. And east is that direction. Jerusalem is that direction. D minor. You can do the line, the line, line. Page 30. The English is roll into dark, roll into light, and Sophia is going to lead us in the Camp Talisman hand motions. And when we get to the Hebrew, you'll find the Hebrew starting on the line after the line with the really long word. Ready?
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Forever, Roll into dawn, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, ma'ariv v'aravi.
Don't go anywhere.
Well then, stay.
You should all have a little handout with a poem by Mary Oliver. Many of her poems include animals of various sorts. This one is called Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Could be wild geese or it could be crows.
They're definitely doing the soundtrack for us.
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. Page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בה בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וכתרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם לארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohim, amen.
Okay, you can go. As we start to think about what it means to celebrate freedom, I want us to turn ahead to page 102. This is in our Shabbat morning service and invites us to think how inept in some sense our praise is, no matter how hard we try, that even if we could be like the different animals, it still wouldn't be enough. We join together. Even if our mouths were full of song as the sea, and our tongues full of joy in countless waves, and our lips full of praise as wide as the sky's expanse, were our eyes to shine like sun and moon, if our hands were spread out like heaven's eagles, and our feet swift like young deer, we could never thank you adequately, Adonai, our God
and God of our ancestors, to bless your name for a 10,000th of the many myriads of times you granted favors to our ancestors and to us.
Page 40.
כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ובניך בוקר יום משה ומרים זה אלינו ועמו זה אלינו ועמו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד Ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ונאמר כיפד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Adonai, help us to walk with
good companions. See, walking with good companions.
to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Page 42. 44.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת בדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
I'd like to invite Sophia back up as we turn to page 46 and rise and bow to your spirit for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tifta ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Onorah, El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezocher Kastei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei Bneihem, Liman Shemo Be'achava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu Sarah.
אתה
גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה מושיע, מוריד הטל, מחלקל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים אבי, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, לחיי הכל.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללו חסלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue with our private prayers. When you've finished with your prayers, you may be seated. We are in the month of Elul, leading up to Rosh Hashanah, and one of the psalms for the season is Achat Sha'alti, which can be found on page 358.
אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. אחת שאלתי מאת אדוני, אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו.
We have just this tiny bit from Psalm 27, but if you read the full psalm, it is one of quite a bit of pain, of longing to feel God's presence in the midst of something that is not going well. And there are so many in our lives who are in the midst of something that is not going well for them. And whether that is an illness or some sort of familial challenge or an addiction or anything of the sort, we think of them all when we offer the words of Mishaberach. And I invite you to share the names in particular of those that you're thinking of on this Shabbat. Mishaberach can be found on page 253.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of mind, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
I would normally take time to invite each of you to share your blessings and moments of gratitude from the past week, but I don't have the microphone that can move around easily. And you all, well, not you all, but many of you have your pets here. Some of us have left our pets at home because they are much happier not being here. But it is also lovely to have all of these sweet animals with us. On the back of your sheets, we have a blessing for pets that I will invite you to join with me on. And for those of you who can't read the Hebrew, join with me on the English translation of it. God, who filled the world with creatures before us and declared, Lo tov heyot adam levado. It is not good for one to be alone. We thank you for the companionship of our pets, who share the breath of life that you breathed into all beings. Bring blessing upon them. They help us remember that play restores the soul. They teach us to be responsible guardians. They soothe us in times of grief and stress. They mope when we pack to leave and greet us with joy upon our return. They teach us to care and give our days purpose. Bring blessing upon your creatures, granting them health and safety. In creating them, you have enriched our daily lives. God, whose Torah teaches us to heed the pain of animals, even those who belong to our enemies, teach us to care for the earth we share, that all your creatures may thrive, and all shall live in safety. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, how great are your works, Adonai. Mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, you filled the earth with your creatures. Baruch atah Adonai, shekacha lo be'olamo. Blessed is God, whose world is filled with such as these.
Mine also teaches me that no matter how broken you may feel on a given day, you can still get up and you can still do what you need to do.
I'm gonna give a sermon soon.
I get to sit.
You get to sit. So there's a line in this prayer. God, whose Torah teaches us to heed the pain of animals, even those who belong to our enemies. There is a verse in the Torah, or a section of verses in the Torah, that teach us that if an animal is wandering or under a heavy burden, a burden that is too heavy for it to bear, even if it's the ox or the donkey of our enemy, we are required to unburden it. And that is part of a section that also talks about how if we find a wandering animal or a lost animal, we should bring it back to its owner, again, even if it's our enemies. And if we don't know who it belongs to, we're supposed to keep it until its owner can come and reclaim it. How many of you have rescued your animals? Not everyone. It's okay. There's no judgment there. It's just a question. We take care of our animals, and part of that is because they provide something for us. And we take care of our animals not because of who they belong to, but because they are deserving of care. Anyone know what the second commandment to humans is? Anyone know what the first commandment to humans is? Reproduce, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. That's the first. That is the first one we hear. It's right in Genesis. God creates humans and tells them to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth, and take charge of the earth and everything that's in it. Some people translate that word or do as dominate it, and you can do whatever you want with it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It can have more of a connotation of you're in charge, which means you have to be responsible, right? And so when we have these laws throughout the Torah, in Deuteronomy, we also have, anyone know what the commandment for Shabbat includes regarding animals? They are also supposed to rest. By the way, that does not include your milking animals, because if you let them rest, then they become uncomfortable. You still have to milk them. That I don't think is quite so relevant for your dogs and cats. But goats, definitely. Cows, sheep, we have to take care of our animals. They come first. And there was a parsha a few weeks ago where we were, Dr. Casorla, you have the quote, I think, more on top, at the top of your head, that requires us to feed our animals first. I know. Okay. Never mind. Oh no. When we have the rain in its season, then we will have grain for our cattle, and then we will have grain for ourselves. Thank you for giving me that. From which we learn that we're supposed to feed our animals before we feed ourselves. the animals that are in our world, especially the ones that accompany us through our lives, are precious and they deserve care and respect. Whether we have taken them into our homes because we want to, or because we've taken them into our homes because they were lost. And on this Shabbat, when we honor our pets, I just want to celebrate all that the animals bring into our lives and the blessings that come from having them. And it's just so cute to see them all there. I wish you could all come up and see what I see with the dogs yawning and yes, adorable. And sitting when we tell them. It's beautiful. Okay, I'd like to invite up a member of our board, Suzanne Leichman, to share some of what's going on.
This one, correct?
Either one, but yes.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. I'm not as tall as Rabbi. I've shrunk. Thank you. So, announcements for this Shabbat. On Sunday, September 7th, 2 days, is back to school breakfast from 9 a.m. to 9:30 before religious school. So Sisterhood is hosting. So hopefully everybody will come and celebrate. Then the Power of Hello is a security training for the High Holy Days. And it will be either September 11th at 6:30 or Sunday, September 21st at 1:30. And the security committee invites you to attend the training in preparation for the High Holy Days, because as a community, we are safer if all of us have the information. It's not just the person who has the clicker for the front door. It's all of us. We all have to be aware. Then, as Rabbi said, Shabbat Service is celebrating Sophia Schindler's bat mitzvah. Will be Saturday, September 13th at 10 a.m. And she did such a lovely job this evening for Shabbat. I'm looking forward to the Saturday service. Lamed Vav speaker series. So Saul Koren and Tori Schwartz will be presenting Thursday, September 18th at 11 a.m. And the subject will be, they will talk about the vital role of legacy and planning giving and how bequests sustain Jewish institutions for generations to come. Then High Holy Days are coming, and along with that is the food drive. So we need to be aware that 1 in 10 people in Pierce County are wondering where their next meal will be coming from. So we encourage all of you to bring food for the Emergency Food Network program. So in September, you can collect a bag from the temple, fill it in with the items that are most crucial, and you can go online to see what those are. And the goal is that Temple Bethel will raise $5,000. So you can donate as well as bring food. Then for the High Holy Days, there is childcare. And it will be 6 months through 6 years of age. And the deadline to register is Sunday, September 14th. and the cost is $18 per child, which is high. It makes sense. And finally, the Booby Buddies program is starting up again. And it's just a delight to go to the Belk and to read stories to the children. They're so receptive and they're so animated. So I recommend anybody who has the notion to volunteer to read to the children. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Suzanne. Just one quick correction to the Bubby Buddies and Zadie's program. That is for the Sunday school, religious school, preschool program, not for Belk. So it's on Sundays. It's okay. And it is sort of painful for me to say this. Next Saturday night is Slichot. I'm glad I'm not the only one who is feeling like that is coming up way too quickly. And I've literally been counting the weeks out loud for all of you every week. Slichot is next Saturday night. We are dedicating the Chagurot and Mapa, that the Torah belts and table cover that are in the social hall right now. You're welcome to take a look at them before they, go under the Torah covers. Yes, please don't touch them unless you have clean hands. But feel free to take a look at them. We will be dedicating them next week and starting to use at least the Chagurot, the belts, next week. Because Slichot is next week. And I also want to thank our Oneg sponsors. There were a lot of you, so I just wanted to make sure that I got everybody. So first, Les and Pat Rosenthal sponsored the Oneg in honor of Dr. Kasorla, welcoming her to our community. Bunny and Bert Peters sponsored in honor of Pet Shabbat. And Shelley Rosen and David Wheeler in honor of their 40th anniversary.
Oh, Mazal Tov.
Which the wedding took place in our sanctuary almost just a few days shy of 40 years ago.
Wow.
It's pretty cool to have a congregation that's been around long enough to have, 40 years.
Kind
That's
of celebration.
yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. And I'll let you know while they're here, but I'll remind you all next week that next week's Oneg is going to be sponsored by the Schvidlers in honor of Sophia celebrating becoming Bat Mitzvah. Okay. Aleinu. Page 282. Please rise and body your spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדם, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים, מתקרבים ומודים, לפני מלך אחרי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר לאדוני, למלך הכל הארץ, היום ההוא, היום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו ושמו אחד.
On this Shabbat, as our thoughts turn to those who died at this time in years past, our thoughts turn to those whose yahrzeits occur in the coming week. If I say the name of someone you are remembering, I invite you to rise so we can acknowledge you as a mourner. On the Shabbat, we think of Don Liebrick, Stanley Leroy Farber, Esther Loginsky, Sidney Newman, Pansy Perlman, Norman Simon, Will Vargish, Jacqueline Wolfson, Jeffrey Wolfson, and Jerome Sarinsky. As we think of them, we say Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing. And we rise to join our mourners so that no mourner has to stand alone as we offer the words of the mourner's Kaddish, page 298. 294.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, as together we say,
Amen.
May be seated. Our closing song.
I saw this.
Cosmos. Where did Cosmos go? Cosmos, we need your animals.
Ah.
I would love to have both. He's got a basketball, so he's too excited by that. Okay.
Okay.
Well. By the way, there's in case you haven't noticed on the song sheet, it's Old MacDonald Had a Farm, except it'll be in Hebrew, Ladod Moshe Tachava. The, just like there are American and British versions of this song that for little kids, there is an Israeli version of this song in Hebrew. And at the end of it, the singers use shafan, which is the word for rabbit. But that's not a sound.
No, it isn't. But that's what rabbits do. They go, what's up, Doc?
And they literally stop the song mid-song because they can't figure out what sound a bunny makes. Okay, we'll get started. Cosmos is on his way.
All right.
No. Because I have animals.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אי-יום, ובחווה הייתה כלבלב, אי-אי-אי-יום, עם הבהב פה והבהב שם, הבהב הבהב כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-אי-אי-יום.
Did you notice that dogs say different something else in Hebrew than they do in English?
Have.
Have.
Actually, I had a dog who used to say that to me all the time.
What animal do you want next? Cow?
Hara.
Hara.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, ובחווה הייתה פרה, אי-איי-איי-או. With a here and
שם
כל הזמן לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
We do have a cat here.
אני לא יודעת מה חתולים אמרו.
Meow.
מאו. חתולים סינים.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, ובחווה הייתה חתול, אי-איי-איי-או, עם מיאו מיאו פה ומיאו מיאו שם, מיאו 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 כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
Okay. What's this, Cosmos? Pig. Oops. Know the Hebrew for pig?
חזיר. I like your version better.
I have a version of a Noah song that actually, when the pig comes on board Noah's Ark, it just goes trave, trave.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, ובחווה הייתה חזיר, אי-איי-איי-או, עם אוינק אוינק פה ואוינק אוינק שם, אוינק 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 כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
What's this? Sheep. Kivsa. That's the way that, yeah, ba, or ma.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, ובחווה הייתה כבשה, אי-איי-איי-או, עם ממה פה וממה שם, ממה כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
Do you know how we know that turkeys are Jewish? Because if you ask a turkey, Matai Purim, when is Purim? The turkey will say, Adar, 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 Adar.
Oh. Neva got it.
You thought it was funny.
Okay. So is that what we're going with next?
Sure.
You want a Tarnagol or you want a
I
Hodu?
want a Hodu. Well, never mind. Hodu is fine.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
We didn't rehearse this.
בחווה הייתה הודו, אי-איי-איי-או.
Is that like that?
עם אדם פה ואדם שם בדיוק, אדם כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או.
We should do a Tarnagol though.
Yes, we should. Absolutely. Cuckoo.
Absolutely.
All right. A chicken.
A chick, well, rooster.
A rooster, yes. Well, because chicken's technically just buck.
Yeah.
לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, ובחווה הייתה תרנגול, אי-איי-איי-או, עם קוקוריקו פה וקוקוריקו שם, קוקוריקו כל הזמן, לדוד משה הייתה חווה, אי-איי-איי-או, אי-איי-איי-או.
Okay, we had a little bit too much fun with that. Now we're going to invite Sophia back up. I'm kind of tempted to invite everyone with the animals to come up, but I feel like that's going to be overwhelming.
To everyone and the animals. Oh, yes. Okay. Right, starting there. Oh, sorry, starting there.
Hey, Pri Hagafen, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava u'ratzon, hinkilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit. Kihu Yom Tehillah Lemikrae Kodesh Zecher Etziami Mitzrayim Kivanu Vacharta Be'otanu Kidashta Mikol Ha'amim B'Shabbat Kodecha Be'ahava Ratzon Hinchaltzanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Hashabbat.
L'chaim.
That was the page. Let's see. Which you probably don't even need in front of you, but.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, patei avon.
Have some.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And Shabbat Shalom, and thank you to Janny and Randy and Jordan in particular for helping to set up the chairs, to Pat and Les for helping to set up our oneg, to Adam for tech and all of the tech help, and Debbie as well for, and Julia for greeting, and for all of the animals, including us who. Oh, yes. And would you please fold up your chair and bring it back inside to help with the cleanup? Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So at my last community Pesach in Westchester, we were doing songs after